like you said, you felt like the guys played really well, especially on Saturday. Did they show you enough there? Were you pleased with that as well?
Yeah, it's been 2 weekends in a row now. You know, we've talked about it for a while, and you know, I do think, you know, we've put some measures in practice when, you know, I feel like a penalty's called. Instead of punishing that player, the whole team's got to partake in it, because that's what happens in a game. You know, one guy sits in the box, but the rest of us have to be part of it also. So I do think that's a big step in the right direction.
So then, kind of just where we're at this point, we're entering the final month of the regular season, 10 points out of a home playoff series. How are the guys kind of dealing with that, responding to that, and rallying to make a push here in the last month?
I'll say this. So Saturday morning, and I again told him this yesterday. You get up and you know, tough loss, right? So you're coming home. I thought there was a possibility of losing some guys. You know, kind of checking out a little bit, because at some point, like, as an athlete, it's hard to keep pushing that way. And you know, I didn't know how the group was going to be. And when I left the pregame meeting, I turned to both assistants and I said, "These guys are resilient, because there's light in their eyes, there's fire in their stomachs. They're in it. Like they're in it. I think we've got a couple guys that need to get in it with the rest of us. But in terms of standings, I don't care where we finish. I don't care if we finish 4th, if we finish 6th, if we finish 7th. It doesn't matter. You know, we've gone to the championship game as a 2 seed. We've gone to the championship game as a 6 seed. We've been beaten at home as a 3 seed. You know, my focus right now is, you know, you always coach for the end of the year, but never more than now. You know, we have too many guys in kind of collectively at the wrong time, playing poorly at the wrong time together. So until we get that figured out, it doesn't matter if you win a couple here, you win a couple there. What matters this weekend is the Capital Cup. We got to get that trophy back, and we can all but do it on Friday night with a win. You know, this is the second time we're playing them, so you know, it's a total goal series, which I think is a little interesting. I think if you have it, you should keep it unless somebody gets 3 out of 4 from you. There was a time that we were playing them, and they had won 2, and we were going to win the second one, and we had the trophy at this point. We pulled our goalie. We were up 5-1. We pulled our goalie to try and make it 6-1 to keep the trophy. You know, that's not right. Like, I don't think it's right. But that's how the thing goes. So, you know, hopefully you can win the game on Friday and put yourself in a good position to get the trophy back.
Not to dwell on the struggles you guys have been facing, but you talked about a lot of guys kind of going through those same struggles at the same time, which is not great for, you know, someone in your position. Now, in baseball, you got a couple guys that are in slumps. You got a quarterback who's not throwing right. What you do is make easy opportunities for them. You throw a screen, you get them to lay down a bunt. What is the equivalent in hockey for that, and how do you get them to get out of their headspace in that regard?
It's a great question. I think, honestly, in hockey, and I don't know, maybe you could ask Matt this, but in basketball, I don't know if it's the same case, but like, everybody's got a different system, right? So whatever your system is, it's going to work, you know, pretty much. When you have the guys that are struggling are usually the guys that are outside of the system. So you have 4 guys doing what they're supposed to be doing, and 1 guy's not. And then he's out. The reason you have these systems is to try get guys in positions to score or positions to defend, or, you know, and I don't think that they're getting enough looks to score, you know, and some guys are going to score more than others because they're naturally more gifted at that. but you're setting everybody up to try be in a position to score, and that kind of goes to a little bit of why you're going to make some changes in who's playing with who and what guys are getting what opportunities, and because they're not playing in that structure you've asked them to do, and that's why they're not scoring. I mean, I do think like offensive players sometimes think, well, he's just asking me to play defense, or he's just asking me to do this, or no, I'm not. That's not. I don't think that by stunting your offensive play is going to give us a better chance to win. I don't think that. But what I do think is that you're not doing the things that we were asking you to do to be in those positions, and that's why you're not scoring. And that has a negative effect on the rest of your game too, because now you're not in the right place to defend. You're not in the right place for support. You're kind of not in the right places at any of the spots on the rink, and at some point, we got to get their attention again, and hopefully this does.
Well, like you said, Coach, Cats have a great opportunity this weekend with Lake State coming into the house, got the lead in the Capo Cup series. Could you talk a little bit on the rivalry between these two teams and what the value of that cup is to you in this program?
Well, I mean, I think you start every year, hoping that, but at the end of the year, out of the 24 points you can get in the UP, that you're over 12. I think we're sitting at 8 right now, so we have an opportunity to kind of get over that hump. They are, I get it. Last week it's a huge rivalry. This is just as huge. This is for a trophy. This is the only trophy we play for with another team in college hockey. So I think that probably tells you the importance of the rivalry more than any words I could give you.